So, a while back, I was wondering how the fancy wall game does look like in Block Tycoon and searched for a video about it on YouTube. Unfortunately, there were zero results. A few days later, I still bought the Game Pass for a different reason and thought I'd make a video about it. But I never finished that video until today. Because in this video, I will be covering and showcasing all the Game Passes that Block Tycoon has to offer. There's a total of 12 different Game Passes, without counting cash, collect blocks, and River Now Game Pass, since you can buy all of those multiple times and it won't be visible in your Game Pass's inventory. Before we start, I will be ranking them based on worst to best you should buy for the purpose of getting loads of lives. In case you want to do any other subject like building or engineering, I would advise to buy them in a different order. So let's begin. We start with the buying cash Game Passes. There are 6 different amounts of them, and they are all absolutely not worth it, because you can even achieve the 100 million within 30 minutes of playing. And based on this, we can also get rid of the Reapers Now Game Pass, although something to mention is that this Game Pass is a little bit better, due to the fact that it can give you the same effect as the life cost, and so technically this one gives you 1 quadrillion once you are alive 5,000. And lastly, the Collect Blocks Game Pass. This one resets your block to only grass and gives you back all the blocks that were placed on top of it. Please note that this is a one-time thing per purchase and that it lags you out a lot. And yes, I bought this Game Passes for the purpose of this video. So now that we got the not so interesting things out of the way, it leaves us with the 12 Game Passes. Let's have some fun, shall we? Number 12. More cards. This Game Pass might be confusing since it doesn't actually increase the amount of cards you can have, since that limit will remain to be 15. But it allows you to use the switch button on the card to transform the card into a new model. The first model is the normal model, but then you are able to ride this card with 2 people. The second new model is a more fancy card for 1 player, and the third one is the same fancy design but then for 2 people. Although this Game Pass is pretty cool, I would only advise it if you are planning on building something where you want to make use of these fancy cards. And if you do, you can also let someone who already owns this Game Pass join your plot to switch them for you. In case you don't know anyone who owns this Game Pass, I would also be available to do this for you. Just let me know down in the comments. Number 11. Fancy Walls. This one does exactly what it says and allows you to use the button beside your gate to give you 5 new different wall types. These don't actually offer a real wall since your gate will remain to be open, but it does give you a bit of extra attention every time you join a different server. And note that these walls will go away once you live up. Number 10. Custom Gates. This one also does exactly what it says and gives you 5 new different types of gates. However, that is not the reason I decided to still buy the Game Pass, because the real reason is that the gate switch button is the same button as opening your inventory. And so if you don't own them, it opens up the purchasing screen every time you try opening your inventory, which eventually made me decide to just buy them in case I would keep on opening them if I did a lot of lives in a row. But I also think they look pretty cool. Number 9. Colored lasers. Personally, I think that this one is very underrated, by only costing 75 Robux and giving you a few great perks. Firstly, of course, it colors the lasers, but it also colors the laser its model, which adds for a very great way to make weapons in different colors. Please note down that for the cell laser, it does not really change, only the glass inside the cell laser does. It also adds for a great way to display different ranks inside my skeleton builds, as well as making lasers much more visible, which came out really handy inside the Halloween special. Similar to the more cards Game Pass, this one is also able to be changed by everyone who happens to own the Game Pass and joins your block. Number 8. Extra Speed. I was debating whether or not this one should switch with the laser. However, it still gives you a great perk while doing lives, since flying takes you too much time and running from your cobble farm to blow up aqua farm and then place iron down, it actually helps out a lot. And Space Kid, aka the number 1 in lives, also said that this Game Pass helped him out a lot while doing lives, for running back to the plot after completing a live, for example. Number 7. Extra Reach. Sounds hella unneeded, but you would be surprised how handy it can be while building. It gives you 5 more blocks to your reach, giving you a total of 15 blocks as your reach, rather than the 10 you would normally have. And that might sound like a small difference until you try filling up an entire wall that is 62 blocks wide, and it only takes you 4 times in 2 blocks, rather than the 6 times in 2 blocks, which is a pretty big difference. Number 6. Creative. What can I say about this Game Pass? It gives you access to a whole new game with a plot that is 4 times as big. It makes you never need to collect blocks ever again when you're designing, like a statue for my top 2 special for example, or for the Halloween special. You are also able to join your friend with up to 15 people, and also have the builder one that allows you to fill in walls and other spaces very quickly. I would only advise this Game Pass to anyone who enjoys building and likes to design their builds or just try stuff out inside Creative, and it can be a lot of fun to play this with friends. Number 5. Developer Pickaxe. After those, well, not so helpful to speedrunning Game Passes, it is finally time to start talking about the Big 4. That got joined by another sort of different kind of Game Pass after the last Christmas update. The Developer Pickaxe can mine every block with one click and is super nice for building, speedrunning or just experimenting, since breaking the cash blocks at the start would take way longer with a wooden pickaxe. Although this Game Pass is more expensive than the rest, it also offers great speed for your speedruns, along with being able to mine the stone in the ground when you're a lower life to immediately get your cobblestone machine row, which immediately starts your life off with a lot of speed. Overall, this Game Pass is very much worth it in my opinion, especially if you're going for a higher life, since it will just add up to how much time you're skipping over time. And if we compare it to starting off with a wooden pickaxe at higher lives, you will get a lot of time loss everywhere, and sub 2 would never be possible. All in all, I think it's a very great Game Pass, and if you got the money for it, then I would absolutely advise it. Number 4. Fly. Yeah, you don't actually need to be an admin to be able to fly with this very handy Game Pass. Quick placing or just flying to any part of the plot is a really handy feature, and this Game Pass is also mobile supported, even though it does not say that in the description. This also includes console as well. A great life hack is that if you go over to your fall animations and equip the retro fall animation, that you are then able to fly and glitch into blocks while placing them down, making you being able to place them down insanely fast. For this to work, you have to put your skill on both your PC and your mobile on 100. Do not forget to also change this on your mobile, and then this will form to be a very amazing life hack. Number 3. Supershop. One of the best Game Passes in the game, allowing you to buy the items from the Supershop, which gives you access to 8 farms that instantly give you stuff, along with having access to pipes at life 1, infinite lava and water, crops earlier, and mushroom clusters at life 4, and other items that you would otherwise never be able to get, like a bigger aquarium, a gold auto fisher, and 9 rainbow berries next to each other, or just being able to buy cash blocks. But the absolute best item of the entire super shop is the silverwood tree farm. Not because of the items, but for the silverwood planks that are attached to them. Because once you are life 840 or higher, those will actually sell for more than the silverwood farm actually costs, so over 9 trillion. Which starts really adding up once you are going higher and higher with lives. This singular farm made sure that we can do so many lives so fast, because otherwise the ending would just require a lot more work. And as you can see right now, it's just so overpowered, so I would absolutely advise this Game Pass if you can afford it. Number 2. Double Cash Boost. Almost the best Game Pass in the game, with the only thing being said about it that it is on a time schedule. You can buy different amounts of times and the timer will only go down once you are inside a game, making the 24-hour deal a very great one. But why is this Game Pass so good? Well, it stacks with the Double Cash Game Pass, making X4 multiplier possible, which is insanely overpowered since you can fully break how long it would take you per life to the point that your life is faster than the life cooldown, which was 1 minute and 30 seconds when I started making this video. But the owner decided to change it to a lower amount of number, which was 1 minute. However, as of this day that I'm recording, Space Kid, the number 1, just hit a 1 minute life. He's the absolute GOAT. Now, I do have to mention that this Game Pass would be at spot 5 if you don't own any Game Passes, because at that point, it's better to buy the other Game Passes that are permanent than the one that's just a time one. But yeah, over time this one just gets to the number 2 spot, which made me decide to put it on the number 2 spot, since I believe it will be better to just look at it from a pro perspective. But yeah, over time this one just deserves the number 2 spot. And then finally, number 1, Double Cash. The absolute best Game Pass of the game. For only 650 Robux, every item will be forever worth double the amount, which starts really adding up once you get a lot of lives. But even if you're a lower amount of lives, it will already add up so much speed, and it's just insanely helpful at each moment of your life in terms of speed. And even though you can say nearly as much about this one as the Supershop one, in my opinion this one just deserves the number 1 spot. Because without it, speedrunning wouldn't have not evolved as much as it did today, and so many people would just also quit way earlier because it's just such a grind to get to life 70, which just makes me believe that this one truly deserves the number 1 spot. Now, I do want to mention that this ranking is looking at it from best game passes to get lots of lives. If you want to do other stuff like building or engineering, I would advise the Fly Game Pass to be the best, along with the developer Pickaxe and extra reach, or creative of course. And there we go. Now you know what each Game Pass does, and you can decide whether or not you would actually decide to buy them. My advice would be to get the main 4 if you are able to afford it. And if you are not able to afford it, then I have decided, because of all the support I got on my latest videos, that I will be hosting a giveaway for the Supershop and Double Cash Game Pass. So to win, you have to subscribe and like this video, which I will be checking of course, and I will be giving you the amount of Robux to get you the Game Passes. Now, I hope you enjoyed and respect the grind, because this video was such a grind to get out to you guys, and I hope you subscribe for more Block Tycoon content. Check out the Explained series or any other video, and I will see you in the next one.